Oh, electric football, you're so fine. You're so fine, Stu. You blow my mind. Hey, Stewie.
Hey, Davey.
Hey, Stewie. Week 10.
Hey.
Week 10 of electric football.
Woo!
Getting better by the minute. Chargers, Raiders. And the Chargers did beat the Packers, but the Packers really didn't show up for that game. Raiders running the ball well with Jacobs. Hunter Renfrow scoring touchdown after touchdown. I'm taking the Raiders at home.
Wow. Well, there was a big upset for the London Chargers to go against Green Bay because they're moving to London for all intents and purposes. Not intensive.
Did you hear Spano about that?
No.
He was like, we are not effing moving to London. I don't know where this effing rumor came. Flark you. He was pissed about that.
But Chucky has Carr like in a mode.
Yeah.
He has been on fire.
A la mode.
The rushing game has been working for Oakland as well. I think it's ta-ta for the Chargers. I, too, am taking a divisional home team win.
Really, the key with Carr isn't the mechanics. It isn't the play calling. It's having the security blanket that is Hunter Renfrow. Oh, Luke, Raiders or Chargers?
Did you finish that already?
Wow. Slow up.
Hey, Andrew Warren,
Raiders
see if you can
for
drink that fast.
Yep, Raiders.
Raiders for my Uncle Jeff, who Stuart doesn't know about because he doesn't care about our friend.
He knows Uncle Jeff. He's actually met up Uncle Jeff.
Really?
I have.
Wow.
Ravens, Bengals. Ravens ran over the Patriots. Where's Tim? Where's Tim? He doesn't show up on days like that.
He knew to be here.
Not like us anymore?
Anyway, Bengals are winless. Ravens are on a roll. Lamar Jackson is getting, some MVP talk.
He's looking like Fran Tarkenton back there, man.
He's a little faster than Fran was.
Yeah.
I love Fran, but he's a little faster.
I love the little, family circus trail that he leaves behind on every play.
The question is, how long can he do that? How long can he hold up? And if he goes down, the Ravens are in trouble. But they're not in trouble this week. They beat the Bengals easily.
Absolutely. I can't even name the Bengals quarterback because I didn't do enough research. But I am absolutely taking the Ravens to crush these little kitties.
Luke, Ravens or Bengals?
Ravens.
Good choice, son. Bills versus Browns. And it's kind of become a soap opera in Cleveland as if it isn't normally.
It's ridiculous.
But they've gone from, Super Bowl hopes to jealous locker room sniping. Will OBJ ever find happiness? He was clearly pissed that he was not targeted on that last play that Landry was targeted. They're supposed to be best buddies. But, what can you do at this point? When you lose the locker room, when you have a rookie coach who's having, had Super Bowl aspirations at the beginning of the season and is now like, please, God, let me make the playoffs.
He's going to be fired.
Yeah, there are a lot of coaches right now that are in a lot of trouble, and Freddie is right at the head of that line.
Yep.
I like the Bills to win this one.
Yeah, I don't love the Bills in the game because they're on the road, which, they're not that good. But the Browns are in such disarray that I can't pick against Buffalo. I will be taking the Josh Allen-led Buffalo Bills.
Josh Allen seems like a guy that's going to be a good but
What did
not
I just
great.
say?
He's going to be Josh Allen.
Oh, I said it right?
Yes.
I get the Joshes mixed up.
It's easy to do. Josh Jacobs, Josh Allen.
Josh Rosen.
But he seems like he's reaching a level where he's going to be a good mid-level Andy Dalton type quarterback, but not more than that.
Because there's too many teams.
Okay, there we go.
Talent.
But not this week. A lot of teams on the bye. Luke, Bills or Browns?
Browns.
Lions, Bears, Tigers, and witches, oh my. The Lions, sorry, Half Moon, but they continue to find heartbreaking ways to lose games that they really should win. Sorry about this, Luke, but Mitch Trubisky, who I'm pulling for hard because of you, son, looks absolutely clueless out there.
Yeah.
Hey, Trubisky's my favorite player. You
Yeah.
don't talk junk about him.
He's not playing well, though. Throw Matt Nagy on the coaches that are sweating it out a little bit, and when you've moved up and picked a guy that's in front of two potential MVP level quarterbacks, well, one that's already won an MVP and one that's going to, and your guy's throwing just balls into the ground and balls 5 feet over receivers for interceptions, you gotta wonder what's going to happen to your career. Lions, this is the end of the Stafford run, but I like them to win this game.
Yeah, I like them too. The Bears quarterback situation is in such disarray. And, the Lions are playing better than their record. The offense is really a lot of fun to watch this year. Stafford has been really, really good. I mean, I've never been a big fan, but this season he's been on. But when you have a defense that gives up 1 or 2 extra points that he can put up there, you're never going to win a game. That's not happening here. The Bears defense is absolute. They went from Super Bowl contender defense to your run-of-the-mill average team. They can't seem to stop anybody, and I don't see them stopping the Lions, even though the Lions are on the road.
It has been really surprising. You made an excellent point there. It's been really surprising, and I kind of feel like it's almost the offense's fault that the defense is so bad.
It could be. I mean, they're never on the field.
You feel, and you feel like they're just dispirited. Like they go, what's the point? Anyway, Luke.
I wonder who he's taking.
Lions or Bears?
Duh, Bears. Get out of here, Vikings.
Duh, Bears.
The Bears.
Giants, Jets. And is Gaze gone if they lose? Will Leonard Williams know which locker room to report to? There's a lot. He can line up for both these at this point.
Really, might as well.
There is a call around here for Adam Gaze's head. And obviously Stu's not a big fan. There is also an argument to be made that he's had his third-string quarterback start multiple games, that Darnold has not been healthy the whole year when he did start at least the first game, and that he's a little gun-shy because of the mono. I mean, if your spleen or I think it's your spleen that could explode because of mono, you might be a little nervous going out there. You're not going to say, I don't want to go out, but you might be a little nervous going out there.
Well, the boos were in stereo. That's all I can tell you.
But they have, there's also injuries. Bell might be out. They've had a ton of injuries, not just the quarterbacks. Their offensive line is a shambles.
Secondary is not good.
A lot of people are pointing to Mike McCagnon and for the drafting and going, that's the problem. So what can you say? Does he deserve more of a chance? He probably does, but he's not getting himself any love around here with, first off, the crazy eye thing.
And then sitting on the bench like he did in Miami during the game.
And not taking blame for anything
No,
not taking control of anything.
He's an egotist, and he's doing the exact same thing he did in Miami. The quarterback whisperer who worked with Peyton Manning, and Peyton Manning gave him accolades. This guy's not a quarterback whisperer. Ryan Tannehill overachieved for his own talent with Miami, but here's what Gase does. He gets a player like Le'Veon Bell, doesn't give him enough touches. This is your best player. Did it with Jay Ajayi, did it with Kenyon Drake. He doesn't seem to have the aptitude to run an offense, and he's so egotistical that he won't give up his game plan or change the game plan. The game plan doesn't change. He doesn't adjust during the game, and all the Giants have to do is walk 60 some odd yards across the field to the visiting team locker room, and I think at least they can play with some heart and will win. They'll play as hard as they can. You got Barkley. Boy, they need help though. But I'm taking the Giants here.
I'm taking the Giants too. My one interest in this game really is to watch the Daniel Jones Sam Darnold comparison. Because it's a natural thing to make. We're here in New Jersey, and they're drafted close together. Their development is going to be going on for the next 4 or 5 years at least here. I think Jones is the more accurate quarterback. I think Jones is actually showing. If I had to take one right now, I'm taking Jones. You?
Yeah, probably. He seems more confident, and he's a year behind Darnold's second year. Granted, he missed a good portion of this season. But Jones seems more confident, but he's been making some really crap throws too. I mean, just crap.
Overall, I see him as being slightly more accurate and slightly more athletic.
I liked him coming out. I didn't like him at 6, but you take a guy that you like when you take him.
Oh, and going back to Gaze does not seem to be a guy that would inspire a locker room. No. I can't imagine a bunch of guys around him like, let's go.
He's cold, and
he's a cold fish.
This could be a scoreless tie with the only person hitting the end zone is the Black Cat if it returns. We hope it does.
Black Cat. The Kevin Harlan call on the Black Cat was fun.
It was good.
If you haven't seen
Google it.
Look up
or
Kevin
YouTube
Harlan.
it.
Luke, Giants or Jets?
Giants.
There we go. What do we got? Chiefs, Titans. You want to go?
Sure. Mahomes is back? ? Tannehill is in for the Titans here. Hell, even Matt Moore is finding rhythm with this Chiefs offense, and that says a lot about the system. Matt Moore, another journeyman who's been on so many teams you can't remember where he's been, but He filled in admirably. He got a couple wins. He didn't get as many as he should have.
Got one that bothered me.
Yeah. But I think it's going to be ugly if Mahomes is playing. If Moore's still there, I think it's close, and I think the Chiefs will win either way. I think it's a blowout if Mahomes plays.
They're saying Mahomes was practicing the week of the Viking game, so they're saying like he should be able to come back. I might even hold him out an extra week or two. I mean, quite frankly, I think I'm with you. I think they win this game with Moore. Moore played well. I watched as much of that as I could. He was getting hit a lot by the Vikings, and he stood in there. He made the throws to Hill, and he made the throws to Kelsey when they mattered. So,
And you can't take this away from Matt Moore. Everybody loves him on the team. He was well-loved in Miami. He's well-loved here. I mean, the guy had a year off and came back and is winning with the Chiefs. So that tells you a lot about the guy. I like Matt Moore a lot.
Okay, so we both go Chiefs. Whoop.
Chiefs.
The sweep for the Chiefs. Cards, Bucs, and if only Jameis stopped throwing picks and doing fumbles, because if you look at his receivers, they're putting up great numbers.
Evans is just ridiculous this year.
Evans is ridiculous. He's impossible matchup. They've got the firepower.
Yep.
But there's just something fundamentally wrong with the Bucs, and there has been for about 6 or 7 years. They always underwhelm. They always underperform.
They're schizophrenic.
I like them to outscore the Cardinals in this game. I'm not feeling real confident about that pick, and I used to be on the Bucs bandwagon pretty hard. If you've watched the show, you've seen me get burned by them for years. I can't quite jump off on this one because it is the Cards. Murray's playing well. Cardinals have a lot of injuries. Defensively, I don't think they can match up against the big Buck receivers. So I'm going Bucs, but it's with a lot of trepidation.
Yeah, this is going to be a high-scoring game. I don't think either defense is very good. But, the Bucs put up 34 points on the road in Seattle, and that tells you what they can do. That's a hard place to put 34 points up.
And still managed to lose.
So they'll be home in the nice confines of Raymond James Stadium. They're just a little more talented. Quarterback-wise, I'm not a Kyler Murray fan, so I can't compare his very small resume right now to Jameis Winston. But Winston can be either great or absolutely horrible. I'm hoping he's good. I'm taking the Bucs.
One thing you said, I meant to actually mention this. The over-under, when I looked at it yesterday, was around 52 and a half.
Wow.
It's going to be like 70.
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to be like 75. So take the over. If you're betting this game, don't take the Bucs, don't take the Cards, take the over.
And watch it be 6-3.
Cards, I'm telling you.
I know.
I mean, it could well be, but Cards or Bucs?
Bucs.
There we go.
Attaboy.
Oh, speaking of gambling, these commercials now for all the gambling, New Jersey has legalized gambling.
FanDuel and DraftKings.
Do you hear them all going like, make your predictions for real? Put your knowledge on the line. Like they're making it real personal. Like you're an idiot if you're not betting. You're an idiot if you're betting. I mean, no offense here, guys, but most people lose. It is very rare. If you're doing it for fun, God bless you. It's $10. Hey, Stu, I bet you $10. Stu had to wear a dress once because we bet.
I did.
That's fun stuff. If you're betting serious money, you better damn well know what you're doing, and don't let these commercials goad you in. Hey, if you like a couple of teams, do a teaser. Most people lose.
Yeah. And the problem is, he also bet me that I couldn't wear a dress because I wear a dress a lot.
Falcons Saints.
Nope.
Saints.
Yeah. Oh, I missed a game.
Cards Bucs.
I did. I missed a game.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll do Falcons Saints, and it'll make it real easy for you because
Okay.
it's the Saints easily.
Oh, yeah.
Falcons one of 5 teams with 1 or fewer wins this year. Obviously, they're looking at a QB reset. As they move forward, it's a team with no life at all. Arthur Blank a few years ago was dancing on the sideline, but Tom Benson used to dance on the sideline. I'm betting that Benson
And
has
he's dead.
I'm betting that even a dead Tom Benson can outdance Arthur Blank. So I'm taking the Saints easy.
Yeah, the Saints, no question. Breeze came back probably a little earlier than he had to.
Teddy was about to take his damn job.
Yeah, yeah, but why would you risk that? So you're
I'm
definitely a playoff team going forward. This game is a gift to them. I wouldn't even play Breeze in this game for fear of him having a severe injury in a meaningless game. Bridgewater can easily win this game.
But Breeze is a football player, and he said, "This is what I do."
I love the guy. We love the little Drew Brees.
Little Drew Brees. Luke, Falcons or Saints?
Saints, because we're all Saints and we like each other. Get it?
No, Luke, I don't get it. Could you explain? Dolphins at Colts. Holy crap! Brian Hoyer is still in the NFL. Who knew?
That's incredible.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, there were some unwatchable games. The Bears game was on freaking watchable. Penalties, bad play. Dolphins Jets was on. Penalties, bad play.
No, Miami's penalties, we're one of the least penalized. The one thing about Brian Flores is he's turned this team around that way. He's having the team not make the mistakes that typically take you out of a game. We're one of the least penalized teams. I find that to be an important part of going forward. It's a culture. I mean, this is how the freaking Patriots do it. They don't make the stupid bonehead mistakes, even though Wilkins pushed a guy and he was out for the rest of the game.
All right, let me try this. Jets had over 10 penalties in that game. Watching the Jets play was horrific. And I'm glad, honestly, you're having a horrible season. But if you're looking at your coach and going, he's doing a good job in a horrible season, which everybody is saying about him. I mean, they're dumping the Gatorade on him. They surely like the guy.
He owns the team. He absolutely owns them. They love him. He's instilling the right virtues in the team. This is a team that shouldn't. None of these guys would start on any other team. Not one guy could start on any other team. And somehow we managed to be in games. So that gives me hope for the future that when after this Christmas draft that we have 3 first rounds and 2 second round picks.
You have like 17 picks in the first 3 rounds.
Yeah, and 120 million in cap space to sign young guys that want to play the structured football that he wants to have them play. I tell you what, man, being 1-7 is brutal, but that one win against the Jets, I'll take that every year.
Well, you're going to stay 1-7 because I'm taking the Colts.
Yeah, in theory, the Colts should win this game, and they will. We are not that good. Let's not mistake beating the Jets on Sunday as a turnaround point or a coming out party for this team. We just lost our best receiver in Preston Williams to a torn ACL. Our running back, after Kenyon Drake was shipped out, Mark Walton was suspended for stuff he did before we signed him. We knew about it. We knew it was coming, and we signed him.
Wait, what did Walton do?
It was some drug problems back before he joined the team. We knew about it, getting him on.
Okay.
Good little player. But what I love about this, it gives an opportunity for this kid, Patrick Laird. I think he can be like Christian McCaffrey for the Dolphins, and I hope they give him the ball a lot. But the Colts are going to win this game. We're patchwork in absolutely every category except maybe the punter, Colts.
But you have hope.
I have this year is all about, out with the old, and next year will be all in with the new. And I think we're very competitive next year.
All right. That's good to hear. Dolphins or Colts, buddy?
Why Colts? Why not Dolphins for my boy Stu here?
Because you have no common sense.
Because the Dolphins are terrible. There's no way the Dolphins have a 2-game winning streak.
No.
Rams, Steelers. And this isn't the blowout I would have thought it was going to be earlier in the season. Steelers are on a 3-game winning streak. They've played all the good NFC West teams close.
Yeah, I don't have a feel for
They have a tough schedule. It's impossible because Rudolph was he was devastated with that one hit, and now he's a little hinky back there. So it's hard to believe in the Steelers right now, but they have played well, and it's going to be competitive. Mm-hmm. If you get the Steelers and you get 3 to 5 points, take them. I mean, God, if you get 5 points, take them.
They're given 3.5.
Okay, so Rams are given 3.5.
Yeah.
I would take the Steelers 3.5. I would want 4, but I would take them to keep this game close. I think the Rams are a better, well-rested, healthier, overall more talented team with more playmakers, which the Steelers kind of lack, except for Watt, and Bud Dupree, guys like that. But I think they're going to keep this close. They've
I
kept
do
all
too.
their games close.
The Rams are coming off the bye. They should be healthy, but Gurley is always a crapshoot whether he's going to be really healthy or just a mediocre day. Minka Fitzpatrick, the Dolphins trade him to Pittsburgh. He's put in his natural position.
I should have thrown him in the playmakers because he made a play.
Yeah, and he's burning defenses. I mean, this is what this kid. So we got a 1 for him, but he's a number 1 player. I mean, he was our first round draft pick last year. We weren't playing him in the right place, but he also wasn't on board, and that's the thing. Star players want, to be me. I should only play here. Good for him. I'm very happy. I like the player a lot. And I think he's making a huge difference, because the Steelers' safeties are always very good for some reason. And I do think it's close. I do think the Rams win this. I think they have just that much more talent. They're coming in rested, but I wouldn't be surprised that the
Steelers.
Pittsburgh Steelers cover the 3.5 or 4, whatever it is.
So we're in agreement. Rams to win, Steelers to cover.
Correct.
Luke, Rams or Steelers?
Rams.
There we go. Panthers, Packers, and the Pack failed to show up last week. It happens. They're a mature veteran team. They're going to come back from that. They have to keep the ball out of McCaffrey's hands, who's just
easy.
amazing.
He's the MVP thus far.
No, actually, I think Russell Wilson is the MVP thus far. I
got to give it to.
Normally it goes to a QB, and Wilson just wills his team to victories, and he has 4 late, touchdown drives to win games. Like, you can't take it. Personal opinion.
Yep.
McCaffrey's up there. I mean, they should almost, honest to God, they should almost do a MVP quarterback, MVP running back, MVP linebacker.
Well, then you got 42 MVPs. There's only one most valuable player.
No, true. There should be an MVP, and then there should be a consensus. There should be an award for it's impossible to take a wide receiver and compare him to a linebacker and go, well, this guy was more valuable than that guy.
Right.
So it would be nice if the NFL had some sort of recognition for, hey, you're the best freaking running back in the game right now. Mm-hmm. Hey, all pro, Pro Bowl, I guess. I don't know. Yeah. It's funny to me because a good argument could be made that McCaffrey is playing at the highest level that there is in the game. But if you say who's more important, it's Wilson. I mean, that's
more important.
Yes, and by MVP, I'm going, who's the most important guy to his team?
Yeah, it's a different position. It's really, I agree.
That's what I'm saying.
You can't compare a quarterback to any other position on the team because they touch the ball on every play.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. So I've gone Packers in this, but I think it's going to be a very close game.
Yeah, I think they struggle to contain McCaffrey here, but Kyle Allen is not Aaron, and the Packers with a last-minute touchdown to win the game. I think it's close. I don't think the Panthers are as bad as their record. But Cam's out for the rest of the year. They're putting the ball in the hands of Kyle Allen, and he's been mediocre. But I like them to keep it close. Packers win.
So is the Newton stuff weird to you because it was like, oh, he might be coming back a couple weeks ago. Oh, we're going to keep him on. We're going to do it cautiously. Oh, he's on IR. He's out for the rest of the year.
They're trading him.
Yeah, that's the end of Cam Newton as a Panther. Okay, that's what I thought.
Yep, we've seen the last of him there.
And then it just becomes a question of where he lands. There's there's the Denvers of the world, or where
couldn't he go?
The Titans.
There's 32 teams and there's 10 good quarterbacks. He can go anywhere.
Okay, good point.
Bucs.
Luke, Panthers or Packers?
Panthers.
Hopefully, I hope you're right because the Vikings are going against the Cowboys. And let me rant for a couple of seconds here. First off, don't take the foot out of football. Our Dan Bailey, we have not had a good kicker for many, many years. And Dan Bailey misses an extra point, which allows the Chiefs to kick a 54-yard field goal to tie the game. But then Kirk Cousins gets the ball. 2 minutes and 30 seconds left. We're at our 25, and we go 3 and out for -7 yards. This is why Kirk Cousins, the experiment, has been a failure. Following that, our Colquitt kicks a 27-yard punt. he might as well have just turned around and drop kicked the damn ball through the goalpost for the Chiefs because the game was over.
When quits in your name.
Harrison Butt Kicker went out there and kicked our butts and finished us off. It's so disappointing when you lose a game that could have meant tying for the top of the NFC North with the Packers because of a missed extra point and because of a crappy-ass punt and because your $84 million quarterback can never raise his game against winning teams. So, oh yeah, he had a good little run there. Oh, hooray. Golf clap for Kirk.
Who's winning?
It's a good question.
Thielen's hurt, right? Thielen continues to be hurt.
Thielen's hamstring has been a nagging problem. Yeah. We got the ball to Diggs one time last week. The Cowboys have been able to run the ball against just about every team they go against. They're at home, and Kirk Cousins loses against teams with winning records. I hate to say this. Actually, I refuse to say this. You know who I think is going to win this game, but I'm not going to say it out loud. Stu?
Well, I will be your devil's advocate. I'm actually taking the Vikings here. Statistically, if you look at the statistics, these are twin teams, man. Offense, defense, rushing attack, passing attack. They're exactly the same. So you say the Cowboys can run the ball against anybody. Well, so can the Vikings. The Vikings have a very good running game. I know.
I've looked at the Dalvin Cook numbers. They are good numbers.
Cowboys haven't beaten anyone good. They've lost to the Jets. The Vikings are better than anyone they've played. Thus far, I am taking your Vikings.
I appreciate you doing that.
You're welcome.
Luke, Vikings are the dreaded, hated Darth Maul Cowboys.
Cowboys, get out here, Vikings fan.
Give us a partner.
See?
Hey, partner.
Do it Texas style.
Who you taking, partner?
Make your pick Texas style.
What? I just said Cowboys. Get out of here, you stupid Vikings fan.
Seahawks. Boy, I can't get out of the accent.
This is the game of the week.
Seahawks 49ers, it is. It's a great matchup. The Vegas line has the 49ers minus 6.5. Are you kidding me?
That's too big.
It's way too big. Very similar talent levels. Very similar offensive philosophies. The big difference for me is I trust Russell Wilson, MVP Russell Wilson, more than I trust porn star Jimmy G late in the game.
He's a porn star?
No, he's a quarterback, but he's a good-looking guy.
Oh.
Jimmy Garoppolo's handsome. Let's face facts. So I would definitely take the Hawks with the points because I'm taking the Hawks without the points. There you go, Bradley Brewer. I like the Seahawks to win this game.
All right. Well, I didn't want to pick this one because both teams are fun to watch. It is the best game of the week. The Hawks are usually crap on the road. The Niners have just had lucky charms this year.
They're magically delicious.
They are. And it just all came together this season. We thought they'd be good. I didn't think they'd be this good. But the mighty have to fall at some point during the season just because I'm a Dolphins fan and nobody can go undefeated. But I think
Oh, is that why?
I think
you're going to pop the champagne?
Yeah, but I don't think it's this week. I think Garoppolo wins us late in the game, a drive for a field goal, and, you get a 28-27 score here. I am taking the home team, the 49ers.
All right, but the Seahawks are going to cover. We both agree. This is going to be close.
Oh, yes.
6.5.
6?
On Tuesday, it was 6.5. Luke, Seahawks or 49ers?
49ers, because apparently their quarterback is a pretty sexy guy.
Pretty sexy. Anyway.
That's electric football.
You want to talk sexy? That's electric football.
Oh, boy, baby. It's electric. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. See you next week.